So now we want to look at form building process. We want to look at how to build forms. So as I've said earlier, the popular forms we'll be looking at how to build is Google Form. I'm sure most of us are used to Google Forms. So we want to look at how to build Google Forms. So you're going to open your Chrome browser and you're going to type forms.google.com. So you're going to type forms.google.com. So forms.google.com. You're going to type forms.google.com. So this is the interface. This is the interface. This is the Google Form interface. So it's a simple form. It's easy to build. So now the first thing you should note is that you should be signed into your Gmail account. So if you are not signed into your Gmail account, it's going to ask you to sign in before you start your form creation. So let me explain this. It's a form creation. So now the first thing you do is to give your form a title. Let's say, for example, there are different types of form that you may want to build. Let's say, for example, you want to build let's say, for example, a registration form, maybe a customer review form, maybe an order form, maybe a customer feedback form. So we have different types of forms that you might want to build. So for example, I'm going to give this form Grappat job application form. So I'm going to give it Grappat job application form. So that is the name of the form. So now let me tell you something. Now the form saves automatically. So once you are building your forms, it saves automatically. So now this is the form name. So you can give it a form description. Now the description might be anything you want to give the form. Maybe, okay, please take your time to fill this form as all information will be used. All information given will be used, or any other thing you want to give. So let me just say, please take your time to fill this form with your correct details. So this is my form description. So the first thing is, don't forget, is I want to collect information. So I'm going to ask for their name. So that is the first thing. So, but you should observe something here, that it was on multiple choice before, but when I put the name, it changed to phone number. So now let me briefly explain all this to you. All this drop down. Now we have short answer. Now short answer is used when you want to collect just short. You want people to actually answer shortly. Now paragraph is used when you want people to answer like a long answer. For example, maybe you ask for the address, whereby they're going to provide a long answer. So multiple choices if you want to, you want them to select from some list of choices. Now check boxes is just when you want, instead of the choices to be in form of circle, to be in form of box. So drop down is you want to collect any information that has to do with lists. Now file upload is if you want them to upload, or you want to collect a certain information, maybe like their certificate, maybe if you want them to upload anything. So that's when you use the file upload. So the next thing is for the linear scale. If you want to, okay, on a scale of maybe 0 to 5, rate your experience. That's when you use the linear scale. So the same thing as multiple choice grid. You want to give them options, but you want it to be in form of grid. So the date and also the date and time. So now I'm going to go back to the form creation. So now, there are some forms that if you didn't fill them, they won't allow you to submit or go to the next option. So they make it required. So look at it here. You switch the required on. So once you switch it on, the form will be required, and the person must fill the name before he or she can be able to proceed. So now I'm going to be explaining those that we have at the footer part, which is the plus that is circled, the addition sign that is circled, the T which is for the text, the picture icon, and also the video. Now, so you can also include let's say a YouTube video. So now this training is just it will be very short, but you can actually explore the form. It's easy to get. So if you click on the plus with circle, that is the circled addition sign, it's asking you to put the next question. So I'm going to ask for sex. Maybe the male person is male or a female. So have you seen it? It's a multiple choice. So it's asking me, I'm going to add, okay, are you a male? And I'm going to add, are you a female? So I'm going to make it required. So I'm going to click on the addition sign to collect another. So I'm going to ask for the address. I'm going to ask for address. So I'm going to change it. Have you seen it has been changed to paragraph? So I'm going to make it required. So the next thing is I'm going to click on the circled addition sign and ask for phone number and ask for phone number and ask for phone number and ask for phone number. So I'm going to make it required as well. So let's say, for example, these are the information I want to collect. Okay, sorry. So email is important as well, to collect email. So let's say I want to collect email. I want to collect their email as well. So I want to collect their email. So I'm going to make it required. So at times, if your network is okay, at times when you select email, it's supposed to bring a pop-up, most especially if you are using a PC, that allow respondents to submit or allow this form to collect email. So you're going to click on yes, allow the form to collect email because it's important. But now, since it is not bringing it, let us go to the settings. We click on the three lines and go to settings. So you are going to go to the general settings and click on collect email addresses. So once you click on the collect email addresses, it's going to allow the form to collect people's email. So you're going to save the settings. Have you seen that the email address has come as the first information to be collecting? So these are what you want to collect, the information you want to collect from people. So once you are done with your form design, now before you start a form creation, there's one thing you need. You need a design draft. A design draft is just for you to write all the information you want to collect from people, maybe their name, in respect to the form you are creating. So let's say, for example, if you don't know what information to collect from people in regards to the form you want to create, you can search online, maybe, okay, customer review form, what are the things to be asked, and you're going to see it. So let's go to some few, so once you are done with your form, let's say you want to customize our form, I'm going to click on this. So you see, you can add image. You can add image to your header part of your form, but we won't be adding image. So let's say we are done with the form. We are going to click on the arrow, like the arrow that is pointing front, which is sending arrow. So which is the send form. Now it's asking like, do you want to send via email? So if you want to send your form via email, you're going to put your email or put the email addresses of those you want to send the form to. So you are going to put their email, or if you want it to be a link. So this is the link. You're going to click on the link icon and you're going to copy it. So then you can now continue to distribute, your form link for people to fill. So you can also send to your Facebook account, or to your Twitter directly from here. So this is how to create forms. Now let me say something. Now, once people start filling your form immediately, now the responses will be added immediately. Now let me explain something. Now there is a difference between when you are creating your form with your phone and with a laptop. Now, when you are creating your form with your phone, now the Google browser or the Chrome browser you're using to create your form, do not close the form. Do not close the form, because once people are responding, once they are filling the form, you'll be seeing the response automatically. But if it is maybe with a PC, if you close the tab that you used to create your form, once you log in again and you go to forms.google.com, you are going to see the forms you have created in respect to people's responses. So if you are using this form, if you are using phone to create, just like I'm using to teach you, do not close this. What you always do is just come and refresh to see. You just refresh the page to see if people have maybe responded to your form. Now let me explain something. I said building online form builders and how to use them. So now, for example, once you've collected people's responses, once you have their responses here to be displayed here, So you can click on the three lines and download responses. Have you seen it? Now, once you download responses, it will be saved or downloaded in a CSV file, which is an Excel format. So the CSV file is the file that we use for email marketing. So that is all about form building and how to create form building. So thank you so much.